Hello again. The thumbnail to this video shows a typical scene from long ago in the part of London where I grew up. It shows Ilford Lane in Ilford at the junction with Rutland Road in 1964. The person who took this picture did so because he happened to be present at a very ordinary and common situation in those days, which was that a policeman on foot patrol had seen two women with children trying to cross the road, and so he had simply marched into the middle of the road and stopped the traffic so that they could cross safely. It was such a trivial incident in those days, the kind of thing which might happen at any time, and nothing really to be remarked upon. That police officer was part of the community. To use the old expression, he was a citizen in uniform, an ordinary man whose job was to help people maintain the peace and, if necessary, catch criminals. People got to know the bobby on the beat, and he was a friend to all in need. Children and adults all trusted their local beat officer. You will observe that he is smart and not at all menacing. He's clean-shaven, doesn't have any earrings or tattoos, and wears a smart navy blue uniform and a collar and tie. He is armed only with a wooden stick, his truncheon, and regulations dictated that this should be concealed, not on open display, lest it make him appear threatening to members of the community. Can anybody imagine this simple scene being enacted today? Even if there was a policeman on the beat, and most of us don't see such a person from one year to the next, does anybody think he would be bothering with something as unimportant as a woman crossing the road with her child? It's another world, one lost to us forever. The police today no longer wear smart navy blue uniforms. They wear black, and almost invariably have something which looks like a military flak jacket. This is an anti-stab garment, but it has the unfortunate effect of making them look more like soldiers on patrol than innocuous bobbies. The convention that weapons must be kept concealed in case they make the police officer look alarming has long been abandoned. In fact, the current arrangement seems to have been devised to make the police look as dangerous and unapproachable as possible. From their belts dangle canisters of CS gas, metal batons, electric stun guns, and I don't know what all else on open display. Gone are the collars and ties. In the summer, many of these characters sport dark glasses, which lend them a sinister appearance. Some are unshaven, others have moustaches and beards. Not a few of them have tattoos on their arms and even wear earrings. They have an air about them that they are not to be trifled with. Certainly these are not men whom the average child would be likely to approach if he was scared or lost, as used to be the case. These customers look as though they'd have far more important things to be doing than helping people across the road or looking out for lost children. Then too, the police in this country are now heavily politicised. They follow government orders and adhere to a party line when it comes to things like transsexualism, racism and so on. They're more concerned with rooting out homophobia and racism than they are in looking after the interests of us ordinary people. Don't expect them to come to your house if you dial 999 because you've been burgled. That's a waste of their precious time. If you're a homosexual who has been upset by some thoughtless remark, though, they will turn up as a matter of urgency. The result of all this is a police force with which the average person never comes into contact. The police are now remote figures, occasionally glimpsed as a car whizzes by. Many people now wouldn't think of asking the police for help. I would not myself. The police won't help me if my home is broken into, so I must see to it that kind of thing for myself. I'm not a prepper or a survivalist or anything, but I do know that protecting my family and home is something which I must undertake personally. I wouldn't contact the police for help anyway, because I don't much care for the way they are these days. This is a very dangerous trend when ordinary law-abiding citizens lose their faith in the ability of the police to help them. It can lead to vigilantism and all sorts of other undesirable consequences.